VERMI Aquaponics. I apologize in advance. I'm an engineer, so this could be a little bit technical oriented. I'm sorry. So anyway, VERMI, worms. So for my process, you've got worms, compost, and tea. This is my garage. This is the system. In the background, you see the hydroponic section, which is where the plants grow. I got a couple in the back. 64 square feet. Here you've got a combination of a gravel grow bed, and that's the rearing tank. You'll see more details as we go along. This is of course, an engineering drawing showing the growing process. You've got the hydroponic section, the rearing tank. I've got yellow perch growing in the rearing tank, a gravel bed, which is for solids removal. It's also a biofilter. On top, I've got germination trays, which I'll show you. And then there's a sump, which is a surge tank. We pump and it recirculates. This is the hydroponic section under construction. It's 4 feet wide by 16 feet long and about 10 inches of boards deep. Not much to see there. I just wanted to show that. The next slide will be the hydroponic section just after I got the liner put in. Here it is with water in it. I've got about 8 inches of water. That's the rearing tank in its original location. I've relocated it since then. I've probably gone through 3 iterations to where it is now. Right now, it's based really on the University of Virgin Islands pioneering work back in the 90s. Sump construction, this is just a couple of pictures of the sump. Here, it's a pond liner on the floor. That's it. In the background there, you can see the rearing tank. I call it the rearing tank. That's where I got about 40 perch in there growing. I chose perch because they're cold water fish, and I'll get back to that. Again, here's the construction. That's the gravel, not gravel bed before it was filled. It's sitting on top of the sump. Again, a picture of the rearing tank, and then in the background, the hydroponic section. I'll get into more details. Okay, here we go. So this is, I've got an auto fish feeder because I was going away on weekends and I got 42 fish to feed, and Steve was really nice about coming in sometimes and feeding my fish, but that got old. So I bought a fish feeder and it automatically feeds twice a day, and it worked great. So here's the perch. I've had them. He's probably about, I don't know, about 10 inches long. I bought them as not fingerlings, but a little bit bigger than fingerlings. They're about 4 to 6 inches. In aquaponics, fish are not the primary crop because they've got a grow-out cycle of 12 to 14 months. It's all about the lettuces, as I'll show you. The gravel bed is a flood and dump. It fills automatically. It's got an auto siphon. When it gets to a certain point, it starts draining and it pulls itself down automatically. This is a view down into the sump. As you can see, some of my media here is a combination of gravel, scruffies, and gravel on top. On top, I've got the germination beds. I started with 72. It's been through several iterations. I started with 72 cell plug trays. That's a lot of soil. I've moved to 114 cell plug trays. So I got a 4-week growth cycle in the germination. This is some pictures now of after 4 weeks. That's what they look like. And I'm transplanting. This is what I do is I pull them out, the plugs. I rinse the roots out with water and I drop them into the 1-inch drilled holes in the rafts. That's the raft just after I put it in. This is what the raft looks like with the lights off. This is after about 8 weeks of growing. I have some plants in the back I can show you there. So it's all lit. I've got probably 28 watts per square foot of lighting. So it's a pretty heavy lighting load in there. I also have about 2 500-watt heaters to keep the temperature at 68 degrees. Harvest day, my average weight is about 1.3 ounces now. My goal is to get it everything up to about 4 ounces. Right now, every week, I'm harvesting about 5 to 6 pounds, and it goes to the Veg Head restaurant in Loveland, and he makes a donation to SIDESTREAMS for that. Oh yes, composting. I built a composting bin. This is really a small production compost bin. It's a flow-through bin. You put the green waste on top. I've got worms in there. As you can see, worms, bugs, making castings. as it just ages down, I've got a slide along the bottom. I scrape the bottom. I grab the compost out of the bottom. And what I do is my potting soil is 3 parts aged compost and 2 parts coir. Then I do that. What I do then, I make a compost tea. I extract it. It's about 5 gallons of water and about a little over a quart of compost, aerated for about 3 days. I mean, you can look at the research. You could do it to 24 hours. You can do more. I just let it sit in there. On aquaponics, you have to add some supplemental. Long term, I'd love to be able to have compost replace these. I have some calcium, Epsom salts for the magnesium, a little bit of potassium, and some iron. So my water between the tea and the iron has kind of a yellowish appearance to it. Questions?